two big things coming off this game. We just watched the Pacers beat the Thunder, and a game in which the Pacers didn't do their A and B things really well, which is hit threes and get superstar games from their star players, but it doesn't matter. They were still able to win. Benedict Mathurin off the bench with 27 points. TJ McConnell had 10 and 5, right? Obi Toppin had 8 and 7. They're 8-0 now with Caitlin Clark in attendance at games, right?
That's a big deal. She showed up, and you knew you were in trouble.
Here's the first one that gets us to the bigger point, right? The first one is, I kind of said this half-kiddingly last week, but now it really, you look at this again, 81% chance to win the finals. Doesn't it look like the Pacers are a team of destiny? This entire NBA playoffs, the comebacks in the first round against the Bucks, the second round, blowing out the Cavs the way they did, that incredible series with the Knicks and the greatest comeback in the history of the NBA, and Halliburton making the choke sign, and Halliburton's dad getting banned from games because he stood in front of Giannis and was mocking him and trolling him. Then he gets to come back to the games, and they still find ways to hit shots and win, and the small market team, feel-good story. Like, last week it was, okay, but now it feels like, oh, we've been missing it all along. They look like a team of destiny. Yeah. Whatever they need, they're going to get. Hey, good game from Halliburton tonight. Really good game. Was he over-the-top dominant? No. Really good game from Siakam tonight. Was he over-the-top dominant? No. But, hey, doesn't matter because you had Mathurin off the bench for 27 points. I think it feels like anything they want when they need to, they get it. And it doesn't matter who they play. They should have probably lost to the Bucks. Doesn't matter. The Bucks were hamstrung, but they still needed big comebacks. They won. Not the better team against the Cavs. Cavs better regular season team. Doesn't matter. They beat the Cavs. Knicks higher seed, more excitement, better starting five. Doesn't matter. They wind up winning this. Thunder, best team in the NBA. Stars everywhere. Perfectly placed team when it comes to how it's constructed. Doesn't matter. Up 2-1, they find a way, even when they don't have an A-plus night. Like, they seem like a team of destiny.
Destinies. I don't know if you're supposed to pluralize it or not.
The team of destiny. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. The Indiana Pacers are the team of destiny.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe we need a different word because clearly that got co-opted shortly after we said it. But all of that to say, it has been a magical run, no question about it, in terms of balance and definition, right? Steal a little from Arnold Schwarzenegger and Pumping Iron while I'm at it, right? Always work for balance and definition and finding guys off the bench. And this is where we talked about the team depth coming into the series to give them a little better than the, minus 700, I believe, were the series odds for the Thunder coming in. Yeah. I mean, I got it to 6. Looks like I could be wrong. It could be 6 going the other way. But that it wasn't going to be a walkover in any way, shape, or form. Just the team's too good, too creative, and fast-paced, right? They're going to make you pay, and we watched it tonight. You look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing a little bit recklessly with the basketball. He ends up with 6 turnovers. I think that was a career playoff high. You look at Alex Caruso, who's been money for them off the bench. He's minus 15 and got worked in time and again. And you just watch all these secondary players show up, and it's not to diminish them. It's just saying your headliners are Siakam, your leading scorer in the regular season, and Halliburton, who filled the stat sheet in every category today. But you got the huge bench contribution in the second quarter. What you got out of Mathurin and McConnell was just ridiculous. And that helped carry you towards this victory when you got a great start from Chet on the other side. You got three-point acumen from Lou Dort. Didn't matter. They took care of your turnovers and turned them into points, something that both teams have struggled doing earlier in this series.
Jason Smith, Mike Harmon, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. Now the big reason, right, because now the Thunder have gone from, boy, they're a fun story. I hate the Knicks, so, hey, I'm glad they beat the Knicks. Boy, Halliburton's kind of fun. Now it's, whoa, this team is on the cusp of winning the NBA title, right? This team's on the cusp. And kind of playing off the team of destiny thing a little bit is that when we talk, and really Halliburton is at the forefront of this, right? But it gets much bigger than him, right? Hey, listen, I'll tell you, take this and use this in conversations with your friends tomorrow because I'm sure we're going to see it on TV and on the radio. Halliburton has been a player who feeds off of the you overlook me, you overrate me, right? That all the 13
Selling
players that
merch.
said he was the most overrated player. Monty Bolaños is buying T-shirt
I'm
after
thinking
T-shirt.
after that victory, I mean, she probably hit send.
Yeah. Monty bought like 10 of those Halliburton T-shirts.
She's got them for the next decade.
Overrate this, right? And Halliburton's been at the forefront of that, right? He's been hey, you know what?
Leaning into it, absolutely.
When you overlook me or you think I'm not great, that's motivation for me. And I talked about how, listen, when you're truly one of the greats, you got to do it every game, right? You can't just, hey, now I'm motivated, right? Now you got to give it to me every game. But overall, why are the Pacers this good, right? Why are they're a 50-win team. They get into the playoffs, and all of a sudden, they play like they have a chip on their shoulder. Because you know why? Because most of their players do, right? You'd want to talk about a team that's filled with guys that have been overlooked or not getting the attention they deserve, right? You have Halliburton, right, who was drafted by the Kings, gets traded to the Pacers, and he had a pretty good first year and a half with Sacramento, but then he gets traded to the Pacers. All of a sudden, he blossoms, right? Scores 6 more points a game, and now he's an all-NBA type player, right?
Back-to-back years,
Halliburton,
all-NBA.
Completely overlooked. Pascal Siakam, right? Okay, Siakam's a really good player, but, well, Kawhi Leonard is better, and Fred VanVleet was better. Siakam was kind of a glue guy. Hey, really talented. No, guess what? Overlooked his career. Look at where he is right now, and he's playing like peak Kevin Durant over the course of these playoffs, right? You have Mathurin, of course, coming off the bench, who he's playing for a big contract someplace else where I can go and be a starter, right? This is Mathurin being motivated because, hey, I'm overlooked. I should be a starter somewhere in the league. TJ McConnell's been overlooked his entire career, and I play like I'm the guy in the pickup game that you absolutely hate because my motor always goes, and I treat you with disdain, and you are the most hated player. Just seeing TJ McConnell dribble the ball on the court, you hate him. Right, but
no, we said that going back to the long before he vanquished your Knicks.
But he's everything you want in a player like that. It's everything you want in McConnell, who comes in and his motor is at 1,000,000. Obi Toppin, right? Overlooked by the Knicks. Why? Hey, first round pick came in. The Knicks, brought him along really slow, but then it was, what are we going to do? Because we have Julius Randle playing your position. Obi Toppin never got the chance to play enough minutes. Overlooked, goes to the Pacers, right? These are some of their most important guys who are here that are able to play and are able to succeed, right? And then you have guys like Nesmith and I can't say his name because of the 3 last year in the playoffs.
It's Nemhard,
right? But I mean, like, and even
hey, Nemhard, think of the future.
That still miracle 3 from last year. But you have a guy like Miles Turner who's played his entire career in Indiana, right? And he came in. Hey, maybe he could be the next superstar player, but instead he's been a nice 13, 15-point-a-game guy for his career, but still, hey, now I am here in the spotlight for the first time in the finals, and even though he has a bad game, it seems like he always hits a 3 at some point in the game that makes no sense, right? But, that's to a lesser extent, but you look at some of the guys you just talked about, they've all been overlooked, they've all been overrated, or all, maybe you're not as great as we think you are, and they all feed off of that. I look at a team that when I see the Pacers play, they are hungrier than the other team on the court at all times. And it doesn't matter. Hey, Halliburton and Siakam come out of the game. Doesn't matter because here comes Toppin, here comes McConnell, here comes Mathurin, and they pick up that, they kick into that next gear when they come on the court. Okay, great. And they keep playing, they keep revving that engine at the top. And then when the fourth quarter comes, everybody's fresh because they play rotation, so it's not like, boy, Halliburton looks like Brunson at the end where he's dribbling up the ball. It looks like a 55-year-old man because he's been playing heavy minutes the whole game. No, they are there at the end, and they're all fresh because everybody contributes. They are just hungrier. The overlooked players are always hungrier, and this is a perfect moment in time where the Pacers have all of these players at one time, and you're seeing it right now.
Yeah, I think to pull it back just to that next level is then you look at Rick Carlisle. I don't know that Adam Silver wants to hear this because I know he's been doing his media rounds, but it's like, it's showing again your regular season. We shouldn't really read a whole lot into it. And there's a lot of basketball to be played. I'm not vanquishing the Thunder, but we're encapsulating things where we stand in this moment. The 81% likelihood of finishing again. The Thunder came into the series minus 700 favorites. So triple underscore that as you will. But the Rick Carlisle appreciation post and recognizing, again, it's all about pacing and being ready for your second season, right? While they finished in the middle of the the pack as far as playoff teams go for the Eastern Conference. They've had the best record other than the Thunder since the 1st of January, right?
Yeah.
So 50 wins, doesn't matter, right? Look what happened with Cleveland. A lot of wins. Nobody cares. You go home. You play hard. You finish. So it's something we've been talking about a little bit behind the scenes, right? In terms of load management and all those other things, in terms of pulling the strings. When we look at Rick Carlisle, maybe there's a greater appreciation for the coach he is coming out of this run. Win, lose, or draw, whatever this series ends up at this point, and what he's been able to do with this roster, whatever the motivation is. Out externally, yeah, Halliburton's had plenty of things and bulletin board material and thought pieces off TV and sports talk radio and in the blogosphere that we've seen. But being able to know when to insert McConnell, right, when we need that energy. Matherin, all right, go get it, right? It's now your time, and just keep shooting, right? And he's been highly efficient in his minutes, but to trust that you're going to be able to spell where there's not the anxious moment. How many times do we say your Knicks? Brunson's there like he's waiting for the bell to ring.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let me back in. Let me back. Come on, tag me back in already.
Yeah.
Whereas Halliburton's just sitting down, waiting, is like, all right, you ready? Yeah, it's your time. Go back in. Like it's a more measured approach versus break glass in case of emergency.
Well, yeah, and hey, we rely. Look, and Jalen Brunson's a bigger superstar,
sure,
but the Pacers, they have numerous guys that can make
There's
big
a
shots at
reliance
the end,
and
right?
trust
Yes,
of that balance.
Halliburton's the big one, but it doesn't matter. The end of the game could be Siakam. It could be Halliburton is great at getting his own shot, even in tight coverage, so that's why you default to him. That's why the Knicks default to Jalen Brunson, but Brunson's not giving the ball up. Like Halliburton can give it up to Siakam, give it up to Nembhard, give it up to Nesmith, give it up to anybody, right? I'd be happy if Matherin's taking the final shot of the game.
Give it off
the
to
Pacers,
Obi
right?
Toppin. We're going to keep going to all
he's been, but
Knicks.
there's a difference. You see, look, everybody wants the ball, right? Everybody wants the ball, right? Well, look, SGA wants the ball, right? Chet wants the ball. Everybody wants the ball. But I don't see that absolute blood in your eye hungriness at give me the ball than I'm seeing from the Pacers. And again, it's a big moment in time for them because clearly, look, as time goes on, Obi Toppin's going to want a big contract. He wants to start somewhere. Matherin's going to want a big contract, start somewhere. All these things are going to have to happen. But right now, they have that great mix of a great rotation that we can go 8-9 deep, and that pace of play doesn't change at all. There's no, hey, we hope to steal a couple of minutes, right? Like, to use the Knicks for an example. When Brunson goes to the bench, the Knicks hope, hey, can we steal 3 or 4 minutes and keep the score the way it is, right?
Right where it is, within a 3 to 4 point range.
Let's keep it where it is. Yep. Where the Pacers, they change. It's like, hey, McConnell and Toppin and Matherin come in and say, let's push this lead out. It's almost like the Warriors in the very beginning of their dynasty where, hey, you feel like you're getting a breather when Steph and Clay go to the bench, but no, here comes Sean Livingston and Iguodala, and suddenly it's, hey, their bench comes in and a 12-point lead when the starters come back in. Oh, it's a 16-point lead. Like, this is what that reminds me of, and it's their absolute hunger, and they're playing at that pace. This is a perfect moment in time for them for the way this team has been put together, and I give Rick Carlisle a lot of credit. In fact, I can't believe in the post-game press conference, James Dolan's not going to be there asking Rick Carlisle, hey, do you want to leave and become my head coach now? Is that James Dolan in the beard and glasses? No, it's not me. He starts playing a harmonica.
He's wearing a trench coat and has a boombox over his head with some song.
I expect that to happen. Hey, Rick, do you want to come coach the Knicks next year? Really? I mean, I know you're
but that was
in the
going to be
middle of the finals, but can you come do it?
The loser of the finals. They're the next to deny the request, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I know you're down 2-1, but hey, we got okay, all right, we'll wait. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait a little bit. It's okay. I mean, look, and even Rick Carlisle, when you want to talk about guys who have been overlooked, like Rick Carlisle's been a great coach his entire career,
right.
But Rick Carlisle's that, do you mention Rick Carlisle's name when it's name of great coaches in the NBA? No, we talk about Kerr and we talk about Spoelstra, and Jason Kidd's gotten a lot of run the last few games. We talk about Greg Popovich. Yeah. But does Rick Carlisle get a lot of run? No, and he's been a great head coach for a long time, right?
Right, he is a champion. Is a guy with a lot of 50-win seasons under his belt.
I mean, there's a lot to say for putting a bunch of talented guys together who are overlooked, and you can buy in for that.